nearby provinces that we have not done yet. Now we will go hit up the side of Grace over here. Go talk to what's-his-face up here so I can get the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone down the line without having to do any sort of complex fighting.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the True Order and well, that's no. Despite a politely untarnished, I want you to tonight come. What do you wait my for? Oh, I fret not, celebrity. Yes, I would take great care to pray honestly. God first, then he inside. And to think.
Alright, so now we're going to need to hit up this side of Grace here. I don't intend on going and killing the dragon just yet. Not until I really need runes. Okay, hit up the side of Grace here. Grab that. Grab the, Sacred Tear. Yeah, we need to grab the map fragment along the way. And it didn't let me grab that. There we go. Now there is a merchant over here we're going to want to hit up. Purchase. We need one smithing stone. But we'll take the other two as well. And all of these shields are terrible, by the way. So, now that we've hit this up, we can come back here in a second. We're gonna go hit up the round table real quick. Ignore everyone here and just head straight to the guy who can fix things. There we go. +3 sword. That's what we're gonna want. So, now we're gonna have to, go ahead and rush in here. Work our way all the way up. Run past everything. Grab the golden seed. Run in here. And this is where things are going to be a problem, because we have this rat that aggressively decided to follow us. There we go. So, Bloody Slash is actually something I'm going to need later, but we got a Godric Knight Helm. So, taking out that guy is pretty importante. And while you can put Bloody Slash on this sword, I would not recommend it. But the medallion is something we're going to want to grab on account of it being very convenient to use. Oh, are you kidding me? Commoner shoes. Godric Soldier Greaves. Grab the cookbook. Yeah, that's actually the corpse of a demi-human queen. Well, this is inconvenient. Oh, nope. Okay, well, that's awkward. Oh, I forgot to put the death count up. Yep, hold up, we gotta put the death count back up. Make that 8. Yeah, silly thing is, once you take out the, like, Knight, all the, Godric soldiers disappear.
Did you manage? Well done. I knew it. Go ahead. Right then, I've much. What's that look? Well, uneven the vow, which is why I just you. I would you like. I see bright. Enter. Who knows? What say you? Very well. I shall hold. I see.
Alright, so with that out of the way, our next destination is right over here. We're gonna go, beat up some bad guys. Like, what is our, yeah, we need, like, 3,000 runes to level up. So, we're gonna go, take on this guy here. Not exactly the smartest thing I could do, but... And that was on me. There we go. One try. Easy victory. Easy victory. Easy victory, folks. Easy victory. Now then, we're gonna want to run past this gate here. Because this gate is a, problem. There's a free stone sword key over here, though. So, there's a couple things we're gonna want to grab on our little adventure here. The first being, we're gonna want to go up to this, like, burned village. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with her quest line. I will say there's also a really, really amazing weapon right there. The Morning Star is absolutely goated. And one of these days I'm gonna need to do a challenge run using that. Now, we're gonna have to come back to this guy over here because he, sells a smithing stone too that I could use. Alright, that's one smithing stone too we need. So, let's go get the map before we, do anything else here. Now, we're gonna go up the hill. Now, up the hill, there's not really anything useful outside of a side of grace and a couple of terrible things. the main thing we want is this sacred tier right here. And we can ignore everything else. Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no way down from here other than going back the way we came. Surprisingly. And ignore the misbegotten. They're not worth your time. So, now we're gonna head back the way we came. Then we're gonna hit up a series of churches and a mine. Like, I've sort of figured out, like, the optimal route for early game. But I am nowhere near speedrunner level of clearing things. Oh, no. Like, it takes a very, very dedicated person to actually speedrun this game. So we're gonna run past everything here and go across the bridge. There is a site of grace right here, though, that we're gonna grab. Oh, nope, that is not the path to the bridge. That is downward. We have to go this way. Alright. Run past the demi-human. Honestly, if this place wasn't so rainy, and it was actually, like, nice and bright, this place would actually look beautiful. Like, instead, this area is really just depressing and sad, which is what they were going for in the first place. Alright, so this is one of the two churches we have to hit up here. Increase amount increased by flasks. Allocate flash charges, 1. Alright, so now we gotta go hit up the other church. Which is like all the way over there, and then we will hit up a number of different places here. Not every place here is actually worth hitting up. Like, there's only two, like, there's only two, like, dungeons here I actually intend on hitting. And that's not really worth it. And there's not really a reason for me to do the Everjail here. Like, I'd prefer to save my stone sword keys for when I actually need them. But, we want to grab the, site of grace over here. And we're gonna want to grab this. So there is a back path here we're gonna take. And we're gonna go hit up the site of grace down here, where the merchant is at. So This is actually a really strange place, because you have a bunch of, like, undead along the beach here. And I don't think I've come across, like, a lore explanation for that. Outside of the fact that that those who can't truly die are kind of just, like, forced to wander and wither, but being truly unable to die. So we would want the lantern and the smithing stones here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell our useless junk here. Let's see here. Roa. Soldier Greaves. Commoner. Godric Helm. Okay. And we will grab these, and I will come back for the lantern later. So, next stop. See that tower up there? That leads to a shortcut we're going to want to grab later. While I'm at it, let me grab the runes off the caskets here. Nothing like a bit of good old grave robbery. If I can actually, like, grab the things. Don't mind me, I am just robbing some graves. It's purely for the economic benefit of the lands between. I swear. It's totally not gonna be blown on mana flask and healing flask. I swear. Alright, so the question is this guy actually going to, follow me? Because if that is the case, then I'm just gonna have to fight him. Don't mind me, I'm just going to climb up here and avoid all of them. Aha! I lost their aggro. Okay. I am a genius. Alright, trigger the trap, get teleported away. So, Lindell Royal Capital. This is technically an in-game area. But I am actually here just to grab the Site of Grace. And since I have grabbed the Site of Grace, I can teleport away. I can also increase the amount healed by my flasks. And I can teleport to where I need to go. So, there's two areas we're going to need to hit up. The first is a mine, and the second is this tower here. I mean tree. So I don't know how effective my sword is going to be against this tree here. But we should probably be fine. We will go and get, like, what upgrades I can to my sword. Get it to +4, and we're short of +5. I know I can put, like, bleed on this, but I'd rather not. Even though bleed would actually make, this a bit more tolerable. Like, ideally speaking, I'd have bleed on, like, my, broadsword here. But, you don't unlock the whetstone for that for a while. And thankfully, this area has... Whoops. And there we go. First try. And that is one of the best, tiers in the game right there. So, this is where things get really, annoying. Due to the way this area works, there's no actual convenient way down there. And, oh, is there an area back here that I've just never been to? Well, I'll be darned. There's an entire area here I just haven't been to. Yeah, I've never been up here. Yeah, okay, that is apparently a incantation I have never picked up in any of my playthroughs. Okay. Well, that's a surprise to me. And let's head into the mine. Like, I guess I just picked myself up an incantation. If I go to my inventory, incantation. Yeah, I have never used that before. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. First time for everything, I guess. Oh, I can't even use it because it requires 28 faith. Like, it requires so much faith that I'd never even consider using it, though. Like, I'm better off just sticking to strength for now. Smithing stone 1. Like, any excess smithing stone is just going to, go into, what's it called? My seal. Because, unfortunately, shields get terrible upgrade stats. Golden rune. Yeah, okay, okay. Good to know that these guys get iframes when they're getting back up. That is something I did not know was a thing. And now I'm stuck in a wall. Cracked crystal. Yeah, I like how, like, every treasure in the game is just like, yeah, this is garbage. Like, pretty much every treasure chest in the game is just filled with garbage. Alright, that's a somber smithing stone that we can't really use because we're stuck with the base equipment. Yeah, that's just another smithing stone 1. That's a smithing stone 1. Oh. Misbegotten shortbow. Yeah, these are all smithing stone 1s, by the way, unfortunately. Like, no smithing stone 2s. Which is really unfortunate. Because that's what we need to upgrade. Explosive stone. Whew, okay. Oh, I didn't put anything in my, physique there. Ooh. That's on me. Oh well. Well, okay. Scuffed run. Well, okay. I do not remember that being a part of its moveset. Okay, good to know that this staggers it really easily. Oh, that was easy. Got the rusted anchor. And unfortunately, there's no other, like, mines we can enter from here. Which is unfortunate. There are, like, a couple of places we could go visit, though. Beyond this. But, we'll go to the castle and steal the, Lord Greatsword. The Game of Thrones sword. Yeah, I'm just dumping everything into vigor and, like, strength at the moment. There are a couple things we should be grabbing here, though. One of which is the, golden seed over here. Like, there's a very inconspicuous golden seed that I cannot seem to, grab. There is also a poison mist incantation, which, really only comes in handy for, one specific part of the game that I really don't like dealing with. Like, interestingly enough, this enemy has, like, not full health. Implying that, people have come along before and hit it. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to enter here. And heal up. And we're going to go in through here and do some exploring. So we use the assassin's approach to run past as much as we can. Because I will tell you that it's not worth fighting these guys at this point in the game. Yeah, this is one of the Confessor's actual best features is the fact that they can, use Assassin's approach, like, straight off the bat. So they can just, hard stealth their way here. Unfortunately, Assassin's approach only works for about... Nope. Only works, like, temporarily. But because you only get about 30 seconds on the assassin's approach. And that 30 seconds you gotta make count. And then you get shit like this where an enemy is aware of you no matter what you do. But one of the things I wanted is this smithing stone too. That brings me up to 5 of those. Now, the number of smithing stone 2s you can get at this point in the game is actually pretty slim. But ideally speaking, before we go try and take on Godric, we get to +6. On our weapon. Now we're gonna wanna kill all of these guys. Now this guy up ahead is an actual threat. Fortunately, a long haft axe. Ooh, that's actually a rare item. Yeah, I'll put these on, because I really don't have any good talismans. Yeah, this is very much the tutorial dungeon, given how frequently you have the ability to restore your heals here and whatnot. And that's another smithing stone too. Now, around the corner here, there is a site of grace they don't tell you about. This is important for the run back. Now, I would actually recommend just rolling off here, running around the corner, and making sure to walk along here. And now we can go fight one of the more annoying bosses in the game, but technically this is supposed to be like a tutorial level boss. Howdy there. And I could not seem to get a hit in there. And there we go. Alright, so let's hit this up, and then there's a couple places we can go to get the remainder of the, smithing stones I need to, get to +6.
Well, I took you know how to lay out your arms then.
So, now we need 4 more smithing stone twos to, get to, +6. Now, I know exactly where we have to go, and it requires us to do some pretty silly shenanigans here. Alternatively, I could actually go to Stormvale Castle and get them, which would mean, moving on. Do I really want to do that, though? Why not? Actually, hold up. Is Mabby maintenance done yet? Give me a moment here while I check, if Mabby maintenance is done. Mabinogi. Current PDT time. Alright, Mabby maintenance is over. Okay, so we'll go ahead and switch over to Mabinogi, because that's what I want to do. So, give me a moment here. Oh, I think my Google Chrome just crashed. Yeah, hold up a moment. Yeah, okay, I think my stream has just crashed. Okay. Yeah, give me a moment here. Or not. Okay. Like, Google Chrome just, like, completely, spasmed out. Yeah, okay, let's launch Mabby then. Alright, Mabby should be off maintenance now. And why is Mabby not launching?